There we go. Whoever came up with the any key is an absolute madman or mad person when it comes to toggling through my scenes when streaming. How dare something so convenient make the life of a streamer so inconvenient? Hello, everybody, and welcome to Pharaoh and New Era. Pharaoh is originally made by Activision, and I think there was another company involved with it as well. But they did a whole bunch of city building games back in the day. They did Pharaoh, they did a China one, I believe. I don't remember what that one was called. They also did Caesar for the Roman Empire era, and I think they did a couple of others too, but I might be mistaken. But Pharaoh is the one that I've always wanted to go back to. And a couple of years they had a remake of it. They went in and they basically remade the entire game by scratch, from my understanding. And I've been wanting to try it, I've been wanting to play it, I've been wanting to see what it's like. So we're going to jump in and we're going to start a new game. So it's a city builder. It's going to take a long time to play. I love long-term commitments. Ooh. Okay. Well, we're going to be the Lee family. Of course. And I guess we also get to pick a portrait. Let's see. Which one looks the most confused? There, I think this guy looks the most confused. There we go. And we're gonna start here. So we're gonna start a campaign, and it's just going to jump us right in. Okay, all right. I was wondering if they were going to have us pick the different eras or whatever, because I believe in the original game there was like 5 different eras. I don't remember exactly. Plus the expansion ones, which was great. So we're going to start in the pre-dynastic period. Your family begins in the pre-dynastic period, leading a small band of nomads through their discovery of the arts of civilization. Your leadership helps to set Egypt on this course to eventual greatness, still glimpsed only dimly. So I have played the heck out of the original Pharaoh, but I never played through the entire game. And as I mentioned, like in my synopsis for the year, one of the things that I want to do with the channel is go back and play a lot of these games that I haven't finished before, which is what I did with Majesty. It's what I'm going to do with the remake of Pharaoh, hopefully, and Majesty 2 later this year. Hello, Tetrahedron. How are you doing today? So this is our first mission. I'm going to divide each episode into... each mission is going to be its own episode. So whether it's 5 minutes long or 55 minutes long, that's the way it's going to be. So our win condition is we need to get 6 meager shanties. So we're going to figure out how we're going to do that. Let's see how this works. How's the audio sound? Does it sound all right? The game's not really playing much right now, but we'll see.
Welcome to ancient Egypt.
Oh, they kept the narrator. Nice.
Here you'll participate in the history of one of the greatest civilizations the world has ever seen. In an epic story that spans more than 15 centuries and 24 generations. You must lead one family, generation by generation, from its earliest beginnings in Egyptian prehistory
Yeah.
through the dawn of civilization to the establishment of a unique and powerful empire.
Yeah, we're going to become the Pharaoh. Eventually.
Our
Maybe.
story begins more than 5,000 years ago, along the banks of the Nile River in an area known as Nubt.
Nope.
Here, a small confederacy of clans struggles to eke out an existence in the harsh environment. With you at its head, your family leads this small settlement.
Yeah. All right, we're going to build a little town today. So the mission is lost if we reach negative $5,000, so we're going to have to keep an eye on our treasury. And we're required to build 6 meager shanties. So I'm sure this is the tutorial mission. I'm sure it's going to show us how to do things. There we go. So first thing, this village will need their houses to provide settlers with a suitable place to live. A network of roads to allow eventual inhabitants to find their way around. And if we build an area of housing, we'll see people move into the village. Yeah. Right-click to continue. Use the right panel to access the construction tools. Okay. All right, this is a little bit of a different kind of layout than the classic game. But it's not bad. It's not bad so far. I like it. It's really tutorial-y, but I guess that's okay. Alright, so these don't have roads, so we'll have to build some... It's not where I would put the roads, but hey. There we go. Boy, they really tutorialized this. Alright, the path which immigrants reach your kingdom, your city, is known as the Kingdom Road. When I end up playing Hollow Knight, am I going to 112% it? Probably not. It sounds like a lot of effort. I might, but I don't know. I have to get around to playing Hollow Knight first. If you isolate a neighborhood from the vital link to the outside world, its homes will simply disappear. So what this is saying is, like, if there's ever a situation where your houses do not connect to the main road, say we built over here on this island and something happened to cut off the connection, this would eventually die, is what this is saying. So we're just going to hang out. We're going to watch immigrants arrive to the city. Oh man, we could zoom out and zoom in smoothly. Nice. Man, they look really cartoony. I do like that they kept a lot of the voice acting from the original game. That is a really nice touch. Alright, let's take a look around the map a little bit. I don't think those flying birds are real, which is a little bit sad. Alright, 100 people have moved in. But I know these ostriches are real. Look, they're kind of goofy looking. Of course, they're invisible to human eyes when they hide their heads in the sand. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how Hollow Knight treats me when I start playing it, eventually. But for now, I don't really have any plans. Alright, so to evolve our houses further, we need to build wells. Well-placed wells will provide them with water. Wells have to be built on land with underlying groundwater. Do I consider myself good at platforming? No, I'm probably pretty awful at platforming. But that does make for great content on YouTube. Hey. Alright. So we need to build some wells, and we can only build wells on groundwater. So, well, it's not going to let me build. Okay, it would let me build over here. So, like, anywhere where there's grass, there's groundwater. So that's something that we're going to want to keep in mind later on in other missions when the game isn't holding our hand. Because we need to get our people water to have even the most basic houses be built. Right-click to go back to the category selection. Right-click and get equipment construction mode. I think I already kind of did that. Okay, I gotcha. I understand, game. Okay. Get used to it, chat. We're gonna be kind of chilling and just watching our cities grow a lot. Alright. Hunting. A growing population is a reliable source of food, and that means, also storing and distributing it. The ostriches in this region can be hunted for game. You'll need hunting lodges for that. Granaries then store the game meat, and bazaars will distribute the food to the inhabitants. I think this is the thing that really drew me to this game, was the idea, like, obviously this was like the first, that's not the first, but it was like one of the early iterations of like this concept of city building games, where you went out, gathered resources, and then distributed it to your people. And I always thought that was really cool. And I feel like a lot of games haven't really really, expanded upon that much since. Alright, so as with most working structures, these buildings must be located within the reach of housing. Then the city must have enough workers to staff them. Watch as the building spawns a walker to look for workers, and how they turn animated once their walkers pass by the occupied houses. You can click on the place hunting lodges to get more information. So yeah, that's the other thing with this game, is that the buildings have to... Okay, settle down. Settle down with the tutorials. We also need granaries. So the game sends out walkers to look for employees to work the building. If they cannot find people, then the building does not operate, because there's no people around that want to work there. I think you can... I think there's an option in here to turn that off. I looked at these briefly. Unique walker range, no. Off-road towers? Off-road water lip? Overseer pause, gardens, autosave. Recruitment system. Yeah. So you can either have like a global access to the workforce as long as it's connected to a road, or you can have the recruiter system, which the recruiter system is the way the old game worked. And that's what we're going to keep as, because I actually really like that. So we're gonna keep going here, and we're going to build a granary. Of course, the game is being really hand-holdy here, but that's okay. All right, while your hunters is now delivering game meat to the granary, you still have no way to distribute it to your inhabitants. That's the job of the bazaar. The bazaar will send one of its workers to the granary, bring back food, and then send its distributor roaming the roads to deliver it to your citizens. All right, where is it going to tell me to put this? Oh, when trying to place a building near a road, you'll see indicators with arrows. The green arrows show where the building will spawn its workers and where it will take deliveries of goods. The red arrow shows the point of return. Sometimes both points are on the same tile. This point might change when you build a new road to existing buildings. You can select them at any point. Huh. I mean, it makes sense. It's kind of a neat feature. Because I remember in the old version of the game, the bazaar, yeah. The bazaar. I remember in the old version of the game, you kind of had to guess where the workers were going to pop out, especially if there was like a weird split road area. So it's nice that the game shows us that. Ambulomancy. Now that's a word for your vocabulary. Distributors of goods and services will roam the roads for a period of time and then return to their building. During their walk, if they reach a crossroad, they could take either direction. To avoid distributors getting lost on going where you don't want them to go, you don't build a road network with too many intersections. This is also true for recruiters. So place your buddies accordingly. So basically what this is telling me is when somebody who's randomly wandering, that's randomly wandering, not necessarily going to someplace directly to get something. There's an important distinction for that for later. But when they get to an intersection, they basically have like a 1 in 3 chance of taking any of these paths. So the game's telling you here, don't make a lot of crossroads because your people are gonna get lost. If people are going out for a specific thing, like this person here, this is the bazaar buyer. She's going directly from the bazaar, excuse me, roadblocks. Okay, this is an important one. I'll read this one. There's so many tutorials coming at me hard and fast. So yeah, this is telling me that I could build roadblocks to kind of direct their movements, because roadblocks don't allow walkers to go through them. Cool. But yeah, this person is going directly from the bazaar to the granary, which means that she is not a wanderer. She has a set path. Cute. All right. So I could set a roadblock here, and I can basically prevent the wanderers from leaving this area. I can trap them. Tutorial overdose? Yeah, it is. It's the way that a lot of these games kind of run. I can now freely place buildings. Hooray. So there is also the tutorial for the Fire and architects. Let's build them, but can I actually bring that back up? Excuse me, game. I can, but okay, we'll read this. Now that they have food, villagers would need access to clean water from a water supply. So this confused me when I was a kid, because I'm like, they already have water. Why do they need more water? Allegedly, according to the game, the well water isn't clean. And in order to upgrade beyond a certain point, they need clean water. You'll almost always just build a water supply and not use a well, at least in my experiences. And if this game goes by the same kind of logic as the old game does. But they have the same requirements as a well. They have to be built on grassy areas. All right, can we see... No? Can we not? Okay, so apparently we cannot read old notifications. Oh, well, we can read that one. All right, well, fair enough, I guess. Oh, no, wait. That's just the old one. All right, whatever. Go away. It's fine. I know what I'm doing. I know how to play this game. I've done it a lot over the years. All right, so let's put our water supply. I guess we could just like put it here. That's good enough for me. We may need another water supply. Okay.
Well done. By filling
Pharaoh jump scare.
and protecting their homes from fire and collapse, you have helped this fledgling civilization take its first.
It's kind of like a weird. The music is clashing weirdly on that screen. Huh. But I'm gonna zoom out and this is gonna be for screenshot purposes for our thumbnails. All right, let's go. Next mission. That was a wild wide.